Alright, welcome back. Today I will talk about the dashcam feature in the newer Teslas. So here I'm sitting in the Tesla Model 3 and it has the autopilot hardware 2.5. So you need 2.5 or newer hardware for this to work. Unfortunately, I tried to Google for it. If you have hardware 2, then it doesn't work. So the car is equipped with several cameras in the front and also on the side and the back, but as of today it's utilizing one of the cameras in the front and then both of the side cameras. And you have to get this one of these USB drives, and then you have to use the front USB ports. The backs doesn't work, they don't have any communication with the car. And then you have to get some kind of USB drive. I prefer this SanDisk because it's so nice and small. And first time you do it, unless it's already done, it has to be formatted for FAT32. If you have NTFS or exFAT or whatever, then it won't work. And then you just plug it in. And if you look at the dashboard, if it doesn't say the red there, then you just have to press it. And then it becomes red, and that means that it's recording, and it's constantly recording. And also another thing is that if you want to unplug the USB port, then be careful, don't just unplug it. You should hold down the button until that red is gone, and then you can unplug it safely, because you might get corrupted files if you just unplug it without unmounting it. And I also tested this feature. By the way, when you're driving, just press it once and then it will just say and then it saves the last 10 minutes. So from the time you press it, and then the previous 10 minutes will be saved. And also I tested this with Sentry mode. It also seems like, you know, when you are in Sentry mode, this is one of the reasons why the car is consuming a lot of energy while in Sentry mode, is that it constantly records to the USB drive. And then if there is an event, which is that someone triggers the Sentry to kind of like go on, if someone gets close to it, you know, something suspicious, then the car will also automatically save the last 10 minutes. I'm gonna show you soon in the clips here. So it's a nice feature. Now let me show you here. Okay, well, let me close that one. So we have some clips. I prefer using a Total Commander. So this is just some music I have when I'm live streaming. But you have to create a folder called Tesla Cam. It has to have this exact uppercase in the T and the C, otherwise it won't work. And then you have it here. If everything is correct and you have the red dot on the dashboard, that means everything is okay and it's recording. And it will constantly record in the recent clips here. You see, it will constantly record. It will make a 1 minute segment at a time. So we see 11:57, 11:58, and so very well organized. But you see that some files are actually empty. I'm not sure why. It doesn't seem to be any problem with the hardware. I'm not sure if this USB drive is getting beaten down already, but because USB drives, they tend to have limited. Oh, hang on. Wait, that was Wi-Fi. I had to quickly finish this. But anyway, so what's it again? Yeah. So you see, it creates one file for the front. We can take a look at this one. All right. So you see, that's the front camera, and then we have the left. It's called left repeater, and then the right camera. So it records all of those three simultaneously. And some files are empty. I'm not sure why. It could be already buggy USB drive or whatever. But you see that it will constantly make these clips. And then every time you trigger an event when the car is in Sentry mode, or if you press that button when you're driving, it will take the last 10 minutes and save it in the saved clips, and then it won't be overwritten, because this one will cycle through and then eventually overwrite the old ones. So if you look at one of these, for example, let me see, it was okay, hang on. Yeah, so you see, I'm just driving this. You guys recognize this place. It's Mjøsa. So if let's say there is a crash, or you saw something like, oh, a moose jump into the car, yeah, then you can save the last 10 minutes. See, when it comes to quality, you see that that's weird artifacts. I see some orange tint when it's seems to be overexposed. Yeah, overexposed image seems to get this weird orange color. I also seen some weird greenish tint, and this only applies to the Model 3 camera, not the Model S or X. I haven't tested them, but this is just, you know, business as usual. I'm being a left lane hugger. Yeah. But if you look here, okay, here I was parked outside of Hamburg at night when actually it was kind of morning, yeah, 5 in the morning. I figured out I wanted to move the car because the car was fully finished charging. And you see that it started at 44, all right, and then it ended at 53. So as I mentioned, 10 minutes. And what happened there? Well, Sentry mode was active. It suddenly lit up there saying that Sentry mode was active. And there you see someone walking over there. Ooh, who's that? Wait, that's not me. I don't walk like that. Let me just skip here a bit. Or was that me? I think that was me. That was me. Huh? So you see, I opened to get something in the front, but Sentry mode triggered an event. Yeah, so then I unplug. So this could be very useful if you have Sentry mode active and someone damages your car, then you might get the good enough evidence. So even if now you see it's kind of dim, well, it's getting brighter in the morning, but it should still be okay to catch the face or someone's license plate or whatever, you know. Let me go to the next one. Again, here I was parked here outside of Amsterdam, and what you want to see is if it triggered an event, you want to go to some of the last ones here, because usually that's what. Okay, you see this one. No, that again you see that orange tint here. You see a car parked next to it, and this triggered I'm not sure what it was. If it's a proximity sensor or the camera recognizes something. Yeah, so is a lady there? Okay, let me just skip here a bit. I think she left the car. Yeah, well, let me see, did she do anything? No, you see she just left. Yeah, so let me see, is there anything more interesting? Well, that's just more clips. I'm not sure why it triggers. Actually, there was one of these. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, this one. It also triggers when someone approaches from in front. You see, you can see here. Yeah, some guy. Yeah, but you see that Sentry mode has a blind spot in the back. And I'm not sure what happens if you don't use a USB drive and you have Sentry mode on. So I'm not sure what I did with all. You see, this is also weird that they have so many files with no, which are empty, and then some files are kind of like half full. So I already ordered, and you see lots of weird like artifacts, compression artifacts. So I already ordered a 256 gig USB drive that will replace it. This one I'm using right now is just a 32 gig. I've been using it for music. So hopefully with a bigger one, then you get more space. And also one thing I want to point out is that if we take one of these, let me see if one is almost perfect. This one, okay. A 10-minute segment tends to be about 850 megabytes. So that means that 850 times, and that was 10 minutes times 6. So you see 1 hour takes about 5 gig. And if you have, okay, let me see, if you have a 256 like I have, you get about 230 something gig, right? And that means you can record for about 2 days, full 2 days before it overwrites the next one or the previous one. So that should mean less wear and tear on the USB drive. But normally you don't care about those clips, but it could still be useful. But I still have to test some more how it works, because I haven't tested. I mean, if you're not in sentry mode, then I think the car just sleeps and then nothing happens. And also sometimes you might forget to press that record button, so it's always nice to go back. So having a bigger USB drive will also be good. So I hope it works with 256 gig. But yeah, so anyway, now you've seen how it works. It's just that, by the way, the saved clips folder, it was twice as big. It was huge. Every event, during the night in the sentry mode will create this big folder, 850 meg. So you kind of need to clean it up or do something, because those saved clips will not be overwritten. So eventually, you will not have enough space for, or it will start overwriting. That area where it can overwrite will be smaller and smaller because you have those blocked saved clips. So I would recommend to try to clean it now and then, or if you know that if you know that nothing happened, then, or you can just quickly skip through and see if something happens. But now that I'm I'm on a vacation, I park my car outside the hotel and I use sentry mode. I sacrifice a little bit of energy. It consumes about almost 2 kilometers of range per hour. So during the night it can consume maybe like 20 kilometers, but I sacrifice that little energy so that I have that extra safety in case someone dents the car or try to break into it or whatever, but of course when I'm at home in the garage, then I don't have sentry mode on, because then it's much safer there. So yeah, dashcam feature, really nice. By the way, one last thing I should point out is that it doesn't record audio, so it's just visual. Yeah, no audio. Maybe I don't know if we can do that, but in the future. But okay, I think that's it. Yeah, now you see how it works. I'm still learning. I might make a follow-up video if I find out more about this. So that's it for now then. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching and talk to you later.